Hi guys, I'm getting ready to wrap up this current build for a customer. It's my rustic bench. Basically the same bench that I recently put a video out on how you can build your first piece of furniture, with the exception that my current customer wanted it longer and a middle shelf. So I had to make it a little bit higher, about 18 inches longer. But what I wanted to show you, this is a different way you can adapt to requests from your customers on different dimensions and stuff. So what I got going here, since there's a middle shelf, I put XX. And what I thought was I would give the customer the option of what look they like. So I built these X's, sent her a picture with the two here, but then I also took pictures of no X's, of just an X on the bottom and just an X on the top, and I'll give you an idea how that looks. So that would be just the X on the top. There it is with no X's. And there it is with just the X on the bottom. So I thought it'd be a good idea to take pictures of each option and use that for future advertisement, or just to give a customer an idea of how it'd look each way and give them the option of picking what they wanted. So she wanted the XX. That's kind of what I thought she'd pick. So I will put this together. There's another thing I wanted to bring you along and show you how I figured out with the extra length how I did the slats. So let's do that right now. So on the normal bench I build, and again it's in the video, build your first piece of furniture, it's different. This lady this time wanted a middle shelf, and she wanted it 5 feet long, which is another 18 inches than what I normally build. Normally build it comes to right here where the tape is, without a middle shelf. So I had to raise it. I think I raised another 1.5 inches height-wise. But then lengthwise, as far as the slats go, see, I had the slats all figured out for my other bench, right? They're 3¼ inch width with 3/16 inch space. So then I had to recalculate on this extra length. And how I go about that is, I know I like 3/16 inch space. I figured I would probably need 5 more slats, but I wasn't exactly sure the exact width of those slats. And I like to keep the slats 3.5 inches and below, because a 1x4 comes at 3.5 inches, and it just works out pretty easy that way. So what I did was took the spaces. Since I figured I'd have 5 more slats, that brings it to 15 total. Well, you're always going to have 1 more space than you have slats, right? You got a space on the right side here, and you slat, space, slat. You wind up with the space over here. So I had 16 spaces. I multiplied that by 3/16. That came out to 3 inches. Since the total length is 51 inches, I took the 3 inches worth of spaces off, and that gave me 48 inches to divide 15 slats into, and that came out to 3 3/16. So then I know 3 3/16 slats. I got 15 on the top, 15 on the bottom. I'll cut me a spacer at 3/16 inch and just space them out, line them up. A lot of times it won't come out exactly, because you're not perfect on, well, I'm not perfect on the measure, on the exact width. So sometimes it might come out where I have a little more space at the end, but then I'll just move these around a few down, and then it pretty much ends up looking good. So it's not a bad idea if you, before you put it together, you got a bunch of different options. You can show your potential customers what it's going to look like. You never know, different people like different configurations. So I thought that was a good tip. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next video.